Good afternoon, travelers. Coming to you this afternoon from inside of VINNY. I am stranded at my place of employment. I've been stranded here since Thursday of this last week, and the reason for that is the flash flooding that has been going on in Valley and Flagstaff, Williams, all that area. It's been just pouring rain since last Thursday, actually Wednesday night. I came in here Thursday morning, and I'll show you some clips of that in the video here, of how I had to go through several puddles. I think there was like 7 different, what I'm calling little mini lakes, clear across the road to get in here to go to work. I'm supposed to work Wednesday and Friday, and I came in here on Thursday because they had something for me to do Thursday and instead of Friday, and I got stuck here. And then on Saturday morning I had to leave out of here at 2:30 in the morning to go pick up a new employee from the Greyhound Depot in Flagstaff, and it was just pouring rain the entire time I drove in on Highway 64. The entire time I was on the interstate, it was just pouring all the way into Flagstaff. And I knew the more rain that we got out here, and in Williams there's a grand possibility we got more rain out at the property. Ed took me out there last Friday. We went out to the property, and there's no way the van could have made it back out there, or even into the property or out of the property. So I knew that last year, and that's why I bought Dusty, so that I could get in and out of the property, the 4-wheel drive, and that would have been really great this season. Would have been really extremely great this season to have a 4-wheel drive to go in and out of the property. However, because of the dumb thing I did and putting a rod through the block and blowing blowing Dusty up, I don't have a 4-wheel drive to get in and out of the property. Now, one of my neighbors said getting in and out is really easy because the ground is hard packed. Well, I got news for him. He has a front-wheel drive, number one. That makes it easier to get in and out. Number two, he's got a much lighter vehicle. Granted, it's a big SUV, but it's still lighter. It is 4-wheel drive. He says he's never used 4-wheel drive to get in and out of there, but I'm not that confident. Vinny's 9,000 pounds, and Vinny has rear-wheel drive, and it doesn't have what they call positive traction, where if one wheel's spinning, the other wheel takes over. If one wheel's spinning on this, it's spinning. The other wheel doesn't take over. The other wheel, you have to get out of it, out of the van, put some traction underneath the wheel that's spinning, and then that wheel has to take you out of whatever you're stuck in. And I've been stuck before. Y'all saw my video when I got stuck in Utah, and it took 5 hours to get out of that field because it had rained just one night. This is a rainstorm that's lasted a week, and the more it rains, the more it soaks in, the soggier the ground gets. And our ground out there where we live is a mixture of clay and silt. And if y'all don't know what silt is, it's a real fine powder. When you drive over it and it's dry, it's the stuff that completely engulfs your vehicle, fills every crack, crevice there is known to man, and it takes months to get it cleaned out. That's silt. And we have a layer of it, a large layer on top of the clay. So you get that silt wet, and it compacts a little bit, but it causes you to slip and then go down into the mud. And if you got a vehicle like mine, you're not getting out. You're not getting out, you're not getting in. It's just, forget it. You need a 4-wheel drive. Now, the 7 little ponds I went through did have rock on the bottom, and here's the other problem I have that other vehicles don't have. Y'all drive a standard vehicle, They're about 7 feet apart, maybe 6.5 feet apart. And most of your vehicles are about that wide, unless you get into the compacts and the smaller vehicles, and then they're narrower. So all the rock has been put on the road, and you know, all the cars have gone through and they've moved the rock, so there's a mound of it in the middle, and then there's the two wheel ruts that these vehicles take to get in and out. Well, Vinny's wider, a foot wider, so Vinny's wheel tracks don't fit in those tracks that have been packed down and they're rock. So I'm driving on the edges where y'all have pushed up the dirt, so that now I've got that silt on both sides that I've got to drive through, and I start to slide. And that causes a big problem, because once this thing starts sliding, it slides everywhere, because I'm sitting on top of the wheels. They're not out in front of me, they're under me. So getting it back into control is another big issue, and it's wide. It's really wide. It's 7.5 to 8 feet wide. Okay, like I said, the wheel track is wider than a standard vehicle, and not only that, you've got the front two wheels that are out wider than the back two wheels. I think this thing should have probably had dualies on it, and that might be the inside wheels of where a dually would be. So you've got the front two wheels and then the back, so it makes it for even more fun to get in and out of places like where I live. So out of the graciousness of Under Canvas's heart, they've allowed me to stay here during this emergency situation. They don't normally do that. If you live in an RV and you want a job out here, you're going to have to find a place to park, because they don't normally do that. Evidently, wonderful people in the past have ruined it for the rest of us that really need that type of thing. I fortunately have land to live on. However, with the monsoons, that was my biggest concern in getting a job here, was getting in and out of my property to get to work. If we have a monsoon, I'm stuck. If I'm not working, that's no big deal. I can sit there for days. I have enough provisions that can last me 2-3 weeks, maybe even 4, depending on how thrifty I am. So I can sit out a rainstorm, a long rainstorm, wait till it dries up before I ever drive out of there. So that's no big deal. But when you have to go to work every day or every other day, you must be able to get in and out, and I can't right now. I have to get a four-wheel drive vehicle. So I've made the decision that I'm going to sell my trailer. I have a 5.5 foot enclosed trailer. It's 5.5 wide by 8 feet long. It's enclosed. A lot of you have seen it. If you've seen my videos, you have seen Outback. Outback is not made with particle board. It's made with plywood. I do believe there's a little bit of OSB, but not much. It also has the diamond plate on the front and on the wheel wells, and it has a ramp. It does not have the back barn doors. It has a ramp. There's lights inside of it. Those work when it's plugged into a vehicle. I've also added electricity to it. There's a box on the front of it that is one of those ones you purchase that's for a V-nose, a V hitch, not a V-nose, because this is not a V-nose, it's just straight across. And it's also over 6 feet, I think it's 6'5" on the interior. So you can stand up inside of it and move around. So again, those dimensions, I think, are 5.5 wide. This is and 8 feet long and 6'5" height. So it's got the extra height. I am starting my I'm not going to say that here. If you're interested, email me, text me, whatever, and ask me about it. It is coming with the box in the front. It's coming with the ladder rack. It's coming with the ladder rack that's on top of it. I am taking the solar off. I am leaving the electricity in, so it's ready to be plugged into your rig or your generator so that you can have power in the back of it. It has 10-ply tires on it, and it also has a spare tire. So, and they don't come with spare tires either. So if you're interested, give me an email, shoot me a text. I really need to sell that. I'm gonna, as soon as I can get home after being stuck here, I'm going to go and clean that out, take a few photos of it, and get it on the market. I'm taking the table off. It will not have the table. I'm leaving the mounts that the table was attached to, so you can add your own table to it, but I'm keeping the plastic board that I bought to make a table for my property. But you can put a wooden one on, or go buy some plastic or whatever, make your own table, make your own fancy table. I love the table on the side of the van because it makes for nice barbecues and that sort of thing. I'm also taking the awning off. It will not have an awning on it. The awning's going to go on VINNY. So it's just a basic trailer. All the lights work, the wheels work, the crank works, all of it works. It goes with a 2-inch ball. Like I said, it's got a ramp. It does not have the barn doors. It has a side door, it has a ramp. It will be completely cleaned out. It'll have a small shelf up above and electricity, and that's, you know, pretty much all that's inside. And on the outside, it'll have the box, and it'll have the ladder rack, and then it'll have the roof rack on top. So if you're interested, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, look at some of the videos in the past. You'll see what the trailer looks like. It will not have the shelves or all that stuff inside. I'm taking it all out. It'll be an empty box. Anyway, back to business at hand, and what I'm going to do with the proceeds of this trailer is to buy a 4-wheel drive vehicle so I do not get stuck outside again in a rainfall like this, ever. Whether I can tow it behind the vehicle, that's another story. It depends on what I buy. I'd like to replace the tracker, but that's been really hard to find one. So if I have to get a small pickup truck, which would help on the farm, that would be great. Something like that, I don't care. It has to be 4-wheel drive. I want it as simple as possible. I mean, like crank windows, you know, lockout hubs where you have to get outside and lock them. I don't care. It just must be 4-wheel drive. It has to run good, have the transmission good, and I don't care if it has dents. I don't care if the interior is torn up. I don't care. It just has to run good and simple. That's all I'm looking for. Simple. So anyway, while I've been here, a subscriber got a job here, and she's been out here, and she took me for a tour around under canvas. And I will put that film in here and let you see what it looks like, where who we're working for, what we're working for. Under Canvas is a resort. It's classified as a 3-star resort, and I think they have 10 or 11 of them around the country. They're all close to national parks. I know they have one in Bryce Canyon. They have one in Zion area, one in Yellowstone. This is Grand Canyon where I'm working. This particular one has 91 tents. Their idea was to have something that resembled a safari so that people could come out and have the experience of staying overnight in a tent. Each one comes with a wood burner. Most of them come with bathrooms. There are a few that don't. Those are for the ones that really want to experience the roughing experience. However, they do have a facility that has showers and toilets in them, so that's accessible. They have really nice food here. They got a nice restaurant. They got a bar, s'mores every night, live music once in a while. Got a Zen garden up in the hill, and you'll see that in the video clip. Without further ado, I'm going to take you on a little tour of Under Canvas and the road going in and out of the property. All right, I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, this is what I was worried about. This covers the complete road. There's no way around it. And it looks like somebody's coming up the other side. So I gotta move. There's another one right up the road here, another big patch, and hopefully he's got gravel in it. Try and get through it, but those are deep. Back up, Jake, go lay down. This one's just as bad. And here we go. Here we frickin' go. Okay, we made it through. A couple more very big puddles down here. If it rains anymore, there's no way I'm getting through. Kind of, sort of. Now, Tori is a subscriber who got a job out here. Yeah. They're hiring. Come on out and get a job if you want a job. It's just seasonal. It's over at the end of October. It's not a life sentence, so come on out. All right? You might think it's a life sentence, but it's kind of fun. All right. We'll be back at you in a minute. Well, today is the first day since Thursday that we've had sunshine and drier conditions. However, we're still under a flood watch, and you know, it may start raining later this afternoon. It's supposed to rain all day and into tonight again, and this is where I've been parked since last Thursday. Today's Sunday. I really would like to go home, but thank you to Under Canvas for letting me stay here. Hopefully we don't get any more rain. I can at least drive in and go park at Ed, Sue, and Aja's place. And I think I can get in that far until my road dries up, and I'll have to ask Ed if he'll take me out and see when it's dry enough to get out to the house. But right now, stranded still. Oops, I think we forgot the stars of our show. Jake, say hi. Say hi, everybody. There's Jakey boy. He's very frustrated too because he hasn't been out in a while. We do go on walks. And Quark, you get off of things. Hey, monster. Quark, say hello. He's interested in things on my box here that is also residing with us. And what do you want out that door? You better leave it alone. Quark. Quark, leave it alone. Good boy. Alright, we'll catch you later. Alright, bye-bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you got something out of it and had some enjoyment for today. Thanks for coming along. If you like my videos, please give us a thumbs up. That moves us up in the algorithm. And please subscribe, because that brings us our subscriber count up. And once we get to 10,000, as I've told you before, then I can put our Teespring account on here, where I have t-shirts, sweats, different kind of merchandise. If you want a sticker, I have 2 kinds of stickers over there. Go check those out. They're not very expensive. I've kept everything as cheap as I can possibly keep it. And if you see something on Teespring that you're really interested in but want our logo and design on, let me know and I'll try to fix it up for you and put it over there so you can purchase it. Thanks for those that have dropped a tip in the tip jar. It's very appreciative. I just want to let you know. Thank you very, very much. What else? Any other thing? Oh, go see us on Facebook at Traveling with the Gramkracker. Our email is gramkrackertravels@gmail.com. All that information is down below this video, down here in the description. So go check all that out, and it gives you all a little bit of info about our background and that sort of thing, and who we are. Those of you that are new here, thank you for coming and checking us out. Come back again, and we're working on getting videos out more often. Anyway, as I always tell you, follow your heart, embrace your dreams, and cherish your life, and get out there and do something fun today. Little side note, I want to throw this in. There's been some people that have commented about my facial hair growing onto my neck. I've lost a lot of weight. This is my chin, folks. It's not my neck. That's my neck. And my facial hair is not on my neck. It's on my chin. It's just hanging here a little bit. My chin's not tight like lots of chins. Please leave me alone about my facial hair. I'm trying to grow a beard, and I have to wear it. You don't have to wear it. You don't sleep with me. You're not living with me. It's my hair, okay? I appreciate it if you just leave my facial hair alone, alright? Thank you again for coming with us, and you who have commented on that, you know who you are. The rest of you, thank you very much for leaving it alone. And those of you that cannot hear the audio on this, I apologize. I am talking as loud as I possibly can. I have put closed caption at the front of the video. Please use it, and then you might be able to figure out what we're trying to say.